What up, y'all? Good morning. All right, hold on. We're going to go ahead and get started. Appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Just kind of bust up in the mother like that. Appreciate you for being here. This is going to be an amazing show. It's going to be a great broadcast. It's going to be a good one. All right, we'll be right back after this. What up? Good morning. God bless. I pray all is well in your neighborhood. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for being a part of all that we do. I am Anthony A.D. Walker, the Pusher, the Grower, the Motivator. Another edition of the Brothers of Legacy, where we don't stand out, we stand up. So right now, what I need you to do is to share. Sharing is caring, and be a part of, and make sure you get some folks a part of all that we do. I'm sending out the texting. I don't know why sometimes it just slips my mind. I had a kind of busy morning, just preparing some stuff, getting some stuff together. The power of consistency, and that is what we're talking about today. Consistency. Sometimes we don't give consistency the flowers that it's due. Consistency is one of the main keys of success, and anything. Most people would rather have someone that may not be totally skilled but is consistent, than someone that's skilled and just inconsistent, don't know where they are, don't know how they're operating. So this is what we are discussing today. Let's do that. Spliggity splow. All right, again, I appreciate you guys for being here. Who's in the building? Lisa's in the building. Appreciate you, Lisa. Thank you for rocking with us as always. Kathy with the Why Not Pick Me Tuesday. You are chosen. Thank you for always sharing with your creative names for the days of the week. Again, welcome to the Brothers of Legacy. We do this broadcast every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, we always appreciate you. Oh, my boo is in the building. Hey, Sam. Good morning. Yes, consistency is key. It is, honestly, it's like the more I look into it and the more I get into being consistent, I realize how much it matters. It matters so much more than you think, because for one, you may be doing something right now consistently that you feel like nobody sees. But there comes a time where someone might need a particular skill set that you have, and they see you have a track record of being consistent in this space. It's easier to call somebody to do something that you see that's consistent, as opposed to somebody that just started, or is inconsistent in what they do. A lot of times, let's see. Great morning, Deborah. Great morning. A lot of times, like even in searching, connecting with other brothers, and when people tell me they got podcasts and things like that, real talk, if I have to dig and search for broadcasts that you do, there may be a consistency problem. Yes. If I gotta dig and search for what you create, especially if it's an online thing, no one wants to click more than 2 times to find who you are. Anything you have should be upfront and easy access. Whatever it is that means the most, that you're trying to show the world who you are, it should be easy access. Just always remember that. If you got to tell someone to click more than 2 times to get to something that you want someone to see, then you need to build it better. And this comes with consistency, because right now, if you put in the Brothers of Legacy, these YouTubes pop up. You put in AD Walker, especially AD Walker helps, I pop up in here. So it's easy to find me because I'm always here, so consistency is key. Consistency is key. And then niching down your consistency is even more so. But I don't want to dig too far into the topic of the conversation. I did send the links. So my other brothers should be in the building. Everybody got a lot of stuff going on each and every morning. So we kind of like to freestyle of it. But Easy Does It is coming through. Always with the creative names, the creative memes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and kick this off. Again, make sure you hit that share button. If you're on the Facebook, make sure you do so. If you are, there we go, the text message. If you're part of our text community, make sure you are texting someone else. Text another brother, sister, mother, cousin. Let them know that the brothers are in the building. And if they're struggling with consistency, which I know a lot of people struggle with that. And there's various reasons why consistency can become a challenge, or there's an excuse to not being consistent. All right. Excuse me. So without further ado, nope, that's not what I wanted. Make sure you are staying connected. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. And always know what's happening with the brothers. The brothers. All right, let's go. We're going to get into it. This is your chance to share. Sharing, join our text community, all that and then some. Then come on back. Go out, do what you got to do, and come on back. All right. I want to welcome you to the Brothers of Legacy broadcast, where we are changing our community one conversation at a time, every day.
We are creating a new legacy. Change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come, change gon' come. A co-op has to start with ownership. Right. We have a mindset of either I want to make a lot of money or survive. Make a bunch of money or I got to figure out how to survive.
When you have a real bond, when everyone has, we come in with real expectations. Mm-hmm. Because this is covenant.
The whole premise is that we as a people, with our money and time, aren't often making this general possible, often vested in the business.
You're watching the Brothers of Legacy. We don't stand out. We stand up.
All right. Bam.
Brethren.
Yes, indeed, my brother. How's everything going?
Oh, man, it's going pretty good, my brother. How you feeling this morning, man?
I'm doing good. You're in the dark a little bit, but I can see you. I can still see you.
Oh, yeah, man. I got the windows open. I was trying, and the light in my living room ain't worth 2 coins to rub together, but
we're gonna go and get you some light. I'm gonna hook you up with the link to get you some light. We're gonna get you some light in the morning. You're gonna be on with us, get some good lighting, so you can see your face in the place.
Yeah, I would go down to the dungeon, but my oldest boy down there sleeping, so I thought I'd go ahead and let him crash.
Gotcha. I feel you. Sleep is necessary. Sleep is definitely necessary. I'm having a moment. What did I do with my team? All right. So today we're talking about consistencies because it's probably gonna be an echo. All right, let's do this. Cancellations. There we go. All right. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, Mama Corey. Great morning to you. So, Mama
What's going
Corey,
on,
I,
Mama McCoy?
I see that you got home. I pray that you got home safe.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well, yeah, I'm glad to know you made it home safely.
yes, indeed.
Pleasure to see
Uh,
you.
and we're gonna be discussing some of the things we talked
Yes,
about
ma'am. What up,
this week.
Sam?
Kaneem in the building.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
So today we're talking about creating the habit of consistency, and the good. There's no bad. It's just there's a distracting discouragement of consistency sometimes, and it's hard staying turning a consistent thing into a habit. The habit of being consistent. Because a lot of times I know I've had my time when I start and stop, start and stop, start, stop, with a lot of stuff. But it seems the older you get, and even the more that you just see the successful habits of other people, you notice they're consistent. Like they have a schedule. I do this, I do this, and I do this. I do this, I do this, I do this. And it's funny. I was I'm a podcast junkie, and they were talking about how MMA fighters, people get all crazy, like, oh my goodness, how you make $30,000, in a, what did they say? How long? Like a 10-minute fight, But what people don't ever talk about is how long it took to get to that 10-minute fight, all the training that they had to do, all all that they had to go through, the consistency of eating correctly so that they can have their body prepared to take a beating, in the ring. And so we gotta understand what it takes to get to showtime and understand that consistency is what helps build your character. That consistency helps build you up. That consistency puts you in a place that people always know where you're at, and when opportunities happen, consistency is like, oh, I know Kaneem, he does that real estate. He's been doing that for the last 5 years, and sometimes you feel like no one knows or sees it. People know it. People have seen it. They just may not have any use for it at the time, But when it comes to consistency, when someone thinks about a particular area, you'll come up because this is what I see you do, all the time. And for you, Kaneem,
Yes, sir.
What helps you stay consistent when you're not seeing the results you need? Because it's easy. If you winning all the time, oh yeah, I'm in this race every day. Every day, I'm good money. Like if I'm knocking out deals, making a lot of money, oh yeah, why would I stop? Can't stop, won't stop. But that's not the case. It's never the case. Though people have wins, a lot of people have had a lot of losses in the process. So
Yeah.
what keeps you consistent? What keeps you in a habit? Whatever your daily regimen is, whatever it is to get to your goal. What keeps you consistent?
Oh man. In the past I guess past 10 years, I guess. Me being on dialysis,
Mm,
it gave me a new perspective for being consistent because it was
okay.
kind of like life or death, and just more organized in the hours of the day. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So when you put these hours in blocks, and then you kind of put that 1 hour section into a 15 minute blocks.
Right.
And I was kind of doing that because I knew for 4 hours out of my day of being
Right.
awake,
Right.
I was going to be on this machine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a given. I ain't no getting around that. That's
Right.
4 hours is gone. So I had to kind of like structure my other awake time to
Okay.
be productive. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Whether
Right.
I was if I was too tired physically, what could I do mentally or digitally or virtually? What could I do to be productive, whether it was with the kids or with my wife or finances? You know what I'm saying? So I just had to kind of like find my own way
Right.
doing that, and so that kind of just gave me a routine of being organized with my time. Because everybody know one thing. Well, everybody will know who don't know. I am a big stickler for time management.
Right.
If I am late to something, it's not my fault. I'm gonna
Making that clear. I'm just
yeah.
making
Let's
that
let's
clear.
go ahead. So, hey, you was late, man. Hey, if I'm with somebody, better look to my left or my right. It
I'm not
was.
saying who. I'm
I
just
ain't
saying
saying
who.
no names. I'm just saying it ain't me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I mean, I just learned to manage my time and try to be productive with all the time I have. Because when you in situations like I was, or
Right.
still is, kind of,
Right.
you kind of think about mortality. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So,
Okay.
like, I don't know if I got much time left, so I got to maximize what I got in order to kind of leave uh, um, a legacy for my memories. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, when I go, I want to be talked about, even though I don't
Right.
know what it'll be. But I'm trying to mold that now that it'll be kind of, in a positive light instead of the other way around. So, but yeah, man, I mean, as far as my time, I try to manage it, get things focused,
Right.
especially when it comes to finances, but family life, everything. Everything is structured like my phone. You look at my calendar, man. It's literally set up like 15-minute blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I got stuff to do
Right.
in 1 hour. It's not just from when I get up at 7 a.m.
Right.
I'm going. It's on my clock. Hey,
It's
7
like
7:15.
right.
Hey, kids, y'all in getting 7:30.
Right.
Hey, we gone in 15 minutes.
Right.
7:45.
Yeah.
We gone. I
Right.
should be to the school and back by
Right.
8 o'clock. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So I mean,
The
it's
plane.
all. That's just how I am.
That's a big one. The controlling your time, you know, and what you do with it while you're awake, and I guess for you, like you said, when you were dealing like dialysis and stuff like that, like you had to manage your time, like okay, because you couldn't really do much while you're on the machine or whatever. Then it's like okay, now I got this amount of time to do this and this amount of time to do that. Um, I think that's like our one of our biggest things, and that could be a whole another show in itself. Time management, in itself is just like huge, and it's crazy how you could lose so much time by just once you sit down and you scroll or something, and you just realize, oh man, I've been here an hour.
Yes, yeah. Hey, it goes so quickly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's
yeah,
why, my wife would be because we don't. Well, myself, I try not to watch a lot of TV during the daylight hours.
right,
So I mean, don't get me wrong. I catch the news or something like
right,
that, or I might browse, but usually it's gonna be 7, 8 o'clock at
right,
night when
right,
I'm watching TV or something like that.
right,
But like, I just because you get caught up in something and an hour gone just like that. And what
right.
have you done?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, were you entertained?
Right,
You really can't say.
right,
uh,
right.
so I'm like, I just be productive. So I'm usually trying to set up something for the future.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
I need to do this tomorrow, do that tomorrow. I need to do this next week, do that way. That's why I load my calendar up. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I
anyway,
got you.
take it
That's
on,
good.
brother. Take it on away,
Okay.
brother.
Speaking of time management, what's up? Pastor, welcome. Good morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
my
Good
brother. Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Yes, sir. Same to you, my brother.
Forgive my tardy behavior.
Oh yeah,
Good.
man. We know you working.
Yes, indeed. So today we're talking about creating the habit of consistency. If you don't know where you're at, you're watching the Brothers of Legacy, and if you're on the podcast, you're listening to the Brothers of Legacy. Be sure to share, give us a thumbs up if you're in the YouTube space. Make sure you are subscribed if you're in the Facebook space. Make sure you do so, and as an on LinkedIn. And if you're in the podcast space, make sure you are rating, reviewing, and letting the world know about the Brothers of Legacy. And if you're missing all that, just join our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. Again, today we're talking creating the habit of consistency. I think a lot of the struggle, like Kaneem was saying, when you talk about the habits of consistency, it's about time management, because we want to, we all get inspired to do something by something else. Meaning, like if you watch a good inspirational video, if you was in church and someone mentions this a massive, amazing prayer life, and you're like, all right, tomorrow I'm getting up at 5:30 and I'm praying until 6. this is what I'm going to do. You set your alarm, you get up and you're like, okay, let me just try to shake off the sleep a little bit in this bed. And you close your eyes and you open your eyes at 7:00 and it's time to roll out. It's time to roll out. You're like, wait a minute, where did the 5:30 go?
Right.
And and like we said, the consistency creates, not only you get better at something, you with certain things you get noticed. And like I mentioned before, if you're in a specific space or area and you're known for a particular thing, like Pastor, he's consistently in IT, so he can fix your laptop.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out. No, he cannot. He cannot. That is not what he does in IT.
Don't call me.
So, but yeah, so you get known for a particular thing. And when you're trying to create a habit, because it's always great, we always want to learn something new, want to dig deep into something, and it's just not even finding the time, because I think we have the time. I feel like I've always said, me and my wife said it before, like everyone has time for something. You make time for what you want to do. That's just the truth of it. You make time for what you want to do,
Yes.
and it's just so. wait. Sam said, "Wait, so Pastor can build me a laptop."
See. No, I cannot, Samantha.
You about to get some inbox today, kid. Hey, Pastor, how much to build me?
Do not come at me. You'll be disappointed.
Oh, so we make time for what you want to do, and I think if you really want to learn something or get better at something, or even just increase your prayer life, because I know that's like a lot of people's goals. Going into New Year this year, every single morning, you come from a good church service every morning. Or worse in a way, like someone, if you're at like a New Year's Eve service or the Sunday after the New Year's Eve, and someone says, for the past year, I've been praying every day you'd be like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. And you sometimes you make the goal either too big or too early. You can't get up at 5:30. That's not your time.
Man, what you talking about? 5:30, boy. I remember them days.
So yeah, definitely challenging yourself to make the time, to do the things that you want to get better at. And we talk about broadcasting sometimes, and if you've ever done things like this, or trying to post every day, because you're trying to build an audience or something like that, the consistency matters. And what I tell people, if someone's looking for you, they shouldn't have to dig for you, because
Right.
especially in social media, if you're consistent, I just type in whatever the name of your business company, maybe your name is unique enough, your post should just come right up. And that's from consistency. Honestly, like real talk. Like I don't have a huge audience, but you put in AD Walker Helps or Brothers of Legacy, these are the faces you're gonna see that's gonna pop up at the top of your screen. So it is not hard to find us. It is not hard to find us because we have so many videos. you know, we out here. So and I say that because you get discouraged. When things aren't happening the way you want them to happen, you get discouraged. So I don't want to ramble on too long. Pass it. Like I'm gonna throw it to you, like I did for Kaneem. Uh, what is it? What helps you stay consistent? And Kaneem kind of even talked about what it kind of inspired him to really be focused on his time management. Going through dialysis and things of that nature. For you, what helps you stay consistent or keep a habit of consistency? Is it like just that I gotta have a system? Like I swear, as older you get, the more it's like my day has to go like this, and this, or just everything's thrown off. For you, how do you stay consistent?
In any area,
Yeah.
just as a habit. I mean, for me,
Yeah.
it's repetition.
Okay.
That's, I put my keys in the same place when I come in. I put my shoes in the same
Right.
place. I always put my clothes away. I always, wash dishes behind myself. I keep my habits consistent. I put things back. It's the basic fundamentals of life. My daily routine at home is pretty consistent.
Right.
When I'm trying to leave, I want to try to be ready to go 30 minutes before I have to go out, leave out the door. It's things like that. That's really it. It's just keeping those little things clean. People don't understand how, when you take your clothes off at the end of the day and you put them in the clothes basket, how that helps you. When you put your keys on the key on the hook,
Right.
every time you come inside the house from driving your car, how that helps you.
Right.
I try to take the trash out, on Sunday when I come home from church, before I even get out of my church clothes.
Right.
I'm outside getting the doggy poop out of the box and getting the trash can, rolling it out for Monday. I do that. So, and I do that at pretty much the same time every week.
Wow.
So all of those little things, I don't lose my glasses because I put them back in the same place.
Nice.
It's just the little things. If you can practice those little things, they bleed over into other areas
Right.
of your life. Making sure that you're consistent. Paying your bills consistently, that
Right.
kind of thing. It's that stuff that you try to do. Where I'm inconsistent is keeping up with my calendar. The things that I have to do external to my home, that's where I get lost.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in the house, I'm golden. I'm king. I got it together. But when it comes to outside the house,
All right.
yeah, that's where I need help.
Interesting. So yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, for the most part, gotten a little better. Like I got a calendar in front of me. I got a book with another calendar where everything that comes in my space, I write it down. Try to keep up with it. Or let me change that. I try to write it down because I know there are some spots that I miss. Because it's crazy. Like it's on my phone, but either I missed the alert, it doesn't pop up. Anthony probably is more backward with that. Yeah. But yeah, just keeping up with the schedule. Like I try to, have it like 3 or 4 times. He said, yeah, the external stuff. Yeah, that stuff I try to remember. It's the internal though. Like I got my Lexi. Hey Dad, don't forget, so
I'm like, we got to go in
right.
Thursday, 2:00. Oh
Right.
God. When did you tell me?
Right. 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 Yeah. So yeah, definitely that habit of, because the scheduling, I think, is just has been like the thing to conquer, because if you're trying to get consistent in something, then it's like, if you know what your time looks like, what your schedule looks like, you can slot something new into a space, and be consistent with it, because you're like, okay, this time I've set aside to do such and such. For me, I try to get up early enough so I can get certain things done, try to get my prayer and try to get my reading in, and just the basics, like, okay, God, I'm gonna give you some time, because if I don't get up early, yeah, you ain't gonna get it. I'm not gonna be able to give it to you. Not the way, at least focused. It's gonna be on the run. Like, thank you, Jesus, for doing all this. Thank you, Lord. Well, let me have that drive.
That's something that I think we confuse that scripture sometimes. It says, "Could you not sit 1 hour
I do.
in prayer?"
That's true.
Because the Bible says young men ought to always pray and not
Right.
faint.
Right.
So if you miss it, if you're up and you're running in the morning and you haven't taken the time, take the time
Right.
at some point, or have a constant prayer in your heart.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of cases we get tripped up on, Denzel Washington said something one day. He said, "I put my shoes all the way underneath the bed so that I have to get down on my knees to pull my shoes out. And while I'm down there, I'll pray."
I pray.
He made
Right.
that statement. And I'm
Right.
like, that's kind of cool, telling a young person, to remember to get down on their knees and pray.
Right.
But when you have evolved in your prayer life
Mhm.
and you're constantly talking to God,
Right.
you think it's going to matter to God whether or not you're on your knees?
Right. Right.
I mean, we teach our children that, but
Yeah.
you evolve, you
Right.
mature in your walk. And I'm not saying don't get on your knees, don't
Right.
lay before the Lord. What
Right.
I'm saying is, don't allow things like that to trip you up.
Right.
So,
Right. Indeed.
calendar wise, like, I have a work calendar, I have a church calendar, we have a state church calendar, I have a home calendar, and you make the mistake of having more than one email address, more than one Gmail account. So you have a Google calendar for each email, because, like, I have my pastor email, I have my work email, and I have
Right.
my personal email, and each of those have their own calendar attached to them. So I'll have something on my pastor calendar, my church calendar, and if I don't check it, and I don't set a reminder, I don't know it's on there.
Right.
I'll get a ping saying, "Hey, Pastor, today's the school council meeting. Are you going to be able to join us at 3 o'clock?" It's 2:47,
Right. Right.
and I'm on
Right.
another call. Like, those are the things I need help with. I need to consolidate like 3 or 4 calendars so that they're
Wow.
all saying the same thing,
Right.
so that I always know what's going on. That's where I am nightmarish.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Horrible.
Mm. So you said you pretty much got stuff structured. You hate being late. So are you good inside and outside?
Man,
Have you got?
no, I mean, like I say, but having 3 teenagers and my wife thinking that I don't have stuff to do, so she can schedule my time for me whenever she feels like it.
Right.
It always disrupts my calendar. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But yeah, man. I mean, it just depends. Like, I'm not perfect, because when I was on dialysis, and then once I got to a transplant, it took me a minute, physically to get myself together. And then
Gotcha.
when I got that little CMV virus, didn't know I had it, so that was almost 6 months of feeling fatigued and all that kind of stuff. So me being healthy now and
Right.
trying to get everything how I want it to be, it's getting better. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I try and tell be committed to what my calendar says
Right.
and push other things away. But it ain't always gonna be like that. Like I forgot the kids had a half a day today. I got to pick them up at 12:30. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you.
I'm supposed to be bringing some cars to the auction, and they got to be there before Thursday. So I got to pick them up, and they don't drive, and I I don't want to just leave them, even though they teenagers. I don't want to leave them at the house for
Right.
too long by themselves, so they can tear up something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I mean, you just got to adjust sometimes. But I try to be very disciplined with my calendar, but it don't always work that way. Especially when exterior stuff when it comes to doing stuff at the house.
Right.
Like, as far as cutting the grass, making sure the landscaping is straight,
Right.
making sure the kids ain't got the garage looking crazy, which you do right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's a little challenging, but that's because I wasn't physically able to run after everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Right.
we just go do that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
but now that I got that energy, I believe things will get better and everything will be more in line and everything will flow like a well-oiled machine. You know what
Gotcha.
I'm saying? So, yeah, everything is a process. So, you just do the
Indeed.
best you can and stay disciplined as much as you can. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Without chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I think sometimes what helps me, just like I do the morning review of the calendars and try to check, make sure I'm not missing something in the alerts, so everything is like ahead of me and not behind me. So at least I check for the day, like, okay, nothing here on the phone, nothing here on my board. I don't see nothing up there, and I'm like,
yeah.
all right, I think I'm in control right now. I just got to do what I put on the calendar. Like these are the processes and stuff I'm gonna do today. That generally helps me. Pastor
See,
shaking his head
I'm
like
doing
that.
that the day before. I'm just counting. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 calls tomorrow. 7 scheduled calls tomorrow. Let's see.
Right.
What does the dog have? What do the girls have to be? Like, am I gonna have a car? I mean, like,
Wow.
will there be a car available for me?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like you, Brian. I set all my notifications. I set 3 notifications. One the day before, one an hour ahead, one 30 minutes ahead.
Yeah,
So the
I
day
used to
before,
do
it's
that.
on my mind. It's
I
on my
used to
mind the
do
day
that.
before.
Yeah.
I
And
used
an
to do that
hour before I
religiously.
got to do it. An hour
Yeah.
before I got to do it, I'm reminded that, hey, 1 hour
Yeah.
from now, you supposed to be doing this.
This
And
would be
then
cool.
30 minutes later, I get another one. Are
Hey,
you in the
don't
process of getting to do that?
Well, I have what's called an agenda, a daily agenda notification,
Okay.
where I get an email at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock. And
Okay.
it gives me a highlight and an outline of my day, my work day. I don't have that for church or anything else, but
Okay.
Outlook gives you a notification of your day's events, so that I can at least have an idea.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the day of. But I typically do a review the day prior.
Right.
But again, when Kaneem talks about the reminders, man, I used to have a reminder a week prior, 2 days prior, 2 hours,
Yeah, I can't do
45
that.
minutes.
Yeah,
I used to do that.
you got
But
to.
that was
Well,
when
for
I
me, I
had,
got to.
but that was when I was averaging like 2 or 3 meetings. Now
Right.
I'm
Okay.
averaging like 6 meetings a day
Yeah. That's a lot of
minimum.
reminders.
That's a lot of reminders.
Right.
And then you said earlier about other people putting stuff on your calendar. Like
Right.
in my house, we have a calendar in the kitchen next to the refrigerator where
Okay.
the girls have to write stuff. You can't even see the date.
Wow.
on the calendar.
It's just
All
the
this
day.
red and black writing everywhere, and you got lines going because this is multiple days. I'm just
Right.
like, come,
Right.
and I have to remember to walk to that calendar and
Right.
look at it because
Yeah.
that calendar is not in my phone.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm with this struggle with the time and schedule. I am literally like trying to create a business where I will call you directly. Hey, Kaneem, you got this going on in about 5 minutes. Or hey,
Yeah.
Kaneem, where you at? 30 minutes. Can you get there? Hey, Pastor, you got. I mean, it's like to the point. Like I realize, with so much, and then your scheduling, just like you said, your schedules are in separate spaces, so
Yeah.
it gets challenging to do. Like I know there's many apps. There's the family app. I don't know if you guys have that. I think we got it. We just never use it, but where you can everybody schedule, like you schedule something, it goes on the family calendar on your phone. You have it.
This is Microsoft Viva. Microsoft Viva is a
Yeah.
daily briefing, right? Make today count. And it starts off preparing for today's meetings.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha.
That's what it does. So,
but that's work though. Is that just work?
Yeah, that's work. I don't have that for home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we need to merge.
It goes through my entire day.
You need to start. Yeah. You need to merge it, and then so your family can kind of see what your day look like.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs to know.
Yeah, that's what I do with me and the wife. Now we just started that like maybe a week ago. So because I would have stuff on our calendar,
right?
But it wasn't on her APS calendar. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so
APS is Atlanta Public Schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Everybody needs to know that. My bad. Like everybody knows that. Y'all know what APS is.
Yeah. So now when I put something in my calendar, in our calendar, I put it in her APS calendar. It's just an email. All it is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, on my Google, I put your email in and it'll be on anybody's calendar I want. So that's one thing that I do like about that Google. You know what I'm saying? If you put it in, like you said about merging all your calendars,
right?
If you use one calendar and send them to all of them, it'll be across all spaces. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to remember, like, okay, I got to send it to Curve.com, Motors.com, Solutions.com, Paparazzi, Raw 5. I gotta send it to all these. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but if you do that, whatever calendar you look at, it'll be on now.
Yeah, definitely. That is, yeah. So today we're talking about creating the habit of consistency. As you can see, the struggle is real, but we are all consistent in a lot of the stuff we do. That's why we're here consistently, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I appreciate you guys again for kind of hanging and rocking with us as we talk about our scheduling, the conflicts with scheduling. Sometimes it's just merging, and I think you just gotta. I've always read, but I read in a book one time. Your calendar should look like what you're trying to become. Meaning there should be things that you are learning and growing, at least certain processes or schooling or classes or things that you want to do to become better. And I definitely encourage everyone listening, there should be things on your calendar that are part of your growth. I know, like with Kaneem, he does like SBA stuff or Small Business Association stuff. So that's part of his growth, things of that nature. I know Pastor has a lot of Kojic things and trainings and things that go on. That's a part of one side of his growth. And it's not all, it's just stuff I definitely know about. Just for clarity. So it's definitely planning on, what is, because it's one thing to just be doing stuff, because we have tons of to-dos. We have a plethora of to-dos that, hey, this needs to be taken care of. This needs to be taken care of. But what's on your schedule that's investing into you? What's on your schedule that's going to help you grow and become better. So that's kind of like my challenge, my to do for you guys that are watching. You know, what's on your schedule that is part of what you're trying to become. So definitely dig into that. Make sure that you make time for that. And that's because that's what's most important, because like pastors always said, what you do now affects who you are 5 years from now. And if you plan on becoming something specific, if you start now, 5 years from now, you'll be further along and becoming that person that you wanted to see, and achieving those particular goals. So that's my encouragement today. Anything else, guys, that you have found in scheduling and being consistent that you may have battled in the past that you kind of like, this is like one of my biggest obstacles, or how I figured out how to stay consistent?
Several things.
Go ahead. Let's
go. Again, it's just habits, man. You know, it's from your bathing regimen, taking showers, to which shower includes scrubbing my feet. I mean, it's like if you can pay attention to details like that, shaving daily. I have shaved every day since I shaved my beard off.
Right.
I have put clippers to my face every single morning, because I know that if I don't, I'll have bumps and grown hairs. And so I have been consistent since y'all saw me shave my beard off. Every single morning since I cut my beard off, I have put clippers to my face. I have not skipped a day. Right. That's something I never did before.
Right.
But I got tired of those bumps.
Right.
But I know I have to put something on it I have to put clippers on it every day, and not putting a blade on it, not cutting corners and trying to put a blade on it so I can buy myself 2 days.
Right.
It's little things like that. It's I don't know, talking to people around you and asking them about your consistency.
Right.
What have I missed? Are we good?
Right.
It's things like that that will help you, because you can't just look at yourself.
Right.
Sometimes you have to deal with the folks that can see the parts that you can't see.
Right.
When it comes to consistency.
Yeah.
So let somebody tell you the truth and be able to deal with it. So that's my little nugget.
That's good. What about you, Kaneem?
Yeah, man, I agree with everything Brian said, man. My wife keeps me consistent a lot of times when I derail and fall off the track. So she kind of, give me a little guidance, like, oh, hey, you tipping. You need to straighten yourself up.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So but other folks, you may think you being consistent, and then sometimes you may think you being inconsistent, and folks are like, they see you different, like, oh man, you always on top of stuff. You always like, really? I didn't think I was.
Right.
So you gotta just be mindful, and then you got to absorb some of the information that other folks give you about your consistency. If they say you're falling short, well, ask that question. Well, what make you think that? What make you think I'm falling short? Well, where am I falling short at?
That's good.
Well, you could be doing this, or you should have did that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess I didn't do that, or I guess I could be doing that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you ask those little small questions, man, you'd be surprised. So, like I said, I'm trying to be better. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing, is asking folks and inserting myself in conversations that I may not need to be in. But if you tell me not to come to the conversation, then I won't. But if you just silent and you it ain't bothering you, well, hey, I'm all in the conversation.
Right.
I'm trying to learn. So
Indeed.
Get your hand out my pocket.
Yeah, definitely.
My kids, I got a ringtone said your son is calling you and he probably needs money. And yesterday was the first time he heard. He's like, "What's that ringtone?" I said, every time you call me, you need some money. You ain't called me to ask me how I'm doing. You ain't asked me about my day. You ain't asked me what we going to eat for dinner. You think I can have $5? Yeah, that's what you called me for.
I love you, Daddy. What you want?
Right.
What you
He can
want?
call and say that for sure. I want a game. I want to go. I need money. I need a ride.
I need.
Yeah, I need.
Oh man, that's hilarious. right. The ringtone. All right, guys. So again, we appreciate you guys for rocking and hanging with us. Be sure to join our community. Text LW into 84576. Text LW into 84576. As we create the habit of consistency, we come on every morning at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. All right. So again, we look forward to seeing you guys same time, same channel. Know that we love you. God loves you more. Continue to stay safe, make good choices. What's today? Tuesday. Make sure you check out Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries. We'll be doing Bible study, traveling the scriptures. So make sure you are following STCM or Solomon's Temple Christian Ministries. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Same time, same place, in the place. See your face and all that. Then so, and tag somebody. Share this. Let somebody know, like, listen, these brothers are on. Just tell them these brothers are the real deal. Keeping it real in these internet streets. All right. So we see you tomorrow. Peace out. As always, we love you. Know